Welcome to Wocky.
Whoa.
This is golf, but hockey.
Oh, I thought it was a Wookiee version
hockey.
of ice hockey.
No, it's ice hockey. It's golf with your friends, and because you don't have any, here we are.
Oh, wow, look at this all
I
slippery.
think that's quite a rude comment to make to anyone.
Don't know what you mean.
You just said that none of them have friends,
No, I didn't.
but we are their friends.
Oh, birdie.
Oh. Damn goalkeeper. Who put this chunky monkey in the fucking goal? God, I can't.
What's birdie? Is it
Do they
two?
even make Chunky Monkey anymore?
Is that
I've not seen
banana
it.
ice
Is that
cream?
the ice cream?
Yeah, it's
Ben and
banana ice
Jerry's.
cream, yeah.
Nothing beats fish food anyway. So
What's that?
it's the other flavour with
The pH
chocolate
fish.
bits in it.
pH fish food, not
it's got
actual
caramel,
fish food.
marshmallow, and like little fish chocolate bits
Oh,
in
what,
it.
you work for the fucking factory?
Well, no, you brought up
Did
Chunky
Ben
Monkey
and
first.
Jerry pay
He's
you?
just telling you what's in them. He is just telling you what's in them.
I think you just have a word with Ben and Jerry.
What's Jerry got against
They
it?
sold it. They sold the company, I
Did
think.
they?
Well, so now they've renamed it.
No.
Would they rename it now? Surely it's quite a strong, powerful
Yeah, no,
brand.
I don't
They'd
imagine
just
they
be
would
like,
rename it, Ross, just for that exact reasons you're thinking of.
It would
yeah.
be silly.
It'd be like just calling it ice cream and ice cream.
Yeah, that would be pretty silly. Ben and Jerry's has become a brand.
Bogey. What did you get?
I got par.
I also got the bogey.
Did you
It's
get
all
it
in
in
my
two then?
fucking nose.
You
Sorry?
must have done.
Sorry?
Wait, you got it in three?
Yeah, but you
I
did
got it
better.
in two.
par. It was par. Yeah. This is quite a unique map, though. I like it.
It's got some skiddiness to it, isn't it?
Unique.
New
Icy.
York.
Unique New York.
Always got a wedgie thing here. Careful.
They might shove me to the correct goal.
Bogey.
How long do you guys leave it before needing a shit?
As
What
in,
do you
like, do you
leave
go
it?
immediately?
I don't
Like,
leave.
do you immediately, as soon as you feel a build-up, do
Okay.
you go? But if you're too ingrained in the thing, how long will you leave it?
Not
You
very
know,
long.
before you're like,
I don't know.
oh god, I gotta go.
How long have you left it for?
Too long sometimes, too
It's
long.
not normally something I've like spent time thinking how long I should leave it. I go, oh, I feel a little bit like I should go, but maybe I'll leave it. Like if I'm near a toilet, I'll go to it.
Okay.
You know, and it's like, oh, I'm feeling the urge to do it. I'll go. But if I'm away from a toilet, I could probably hold it for a bit. Otherwise, I'm going to end up shitting my pants. Is that what you want?
That's kind of, yeah.
Me
that's
to be
what-
shitting my pants?
Ideally,
That's
yes.
exactly
Well, in
what he
public.
wants.
It's cool. I'm kind of into.
I think that's not. Oh fuck! I hit one of those little spikes and it pinged me off the map. I will say, like during camping, just I woke up in the middle of the night, just desperately needing a piss. And as soon as I got into the toilet,
Yeah.
like it's the moment I lowered my trousers, just a flow of piss started happening. Just like it was like a geisha that was just popped off. Luckily, it wasn't a mess. I mean, it could have been messy.
I had one of those on Friday night, I think, at like 4 a.m. I was like, fine, I'll get up. Jesus Christ. Fire hose.
I couldn't do the bottle technique. I wanted to. I couldn't.
No, I didn't have a bottle. Smith bought me a nice new water bottle, and I was like, I can't
piss in that.
I can't piss in there.
Piss in that.
It'll
Nice
keep it
new
warm though, wouldn't it?
Water bottle. Like, was it a big one?
I asked him for a water bottle. I didn't specify it was just like, a one-use water bottle. I just wanted some water. Instead, he got me a nice thermos water.
Well, it was two. It was a double deal in
Oh, you got two,
Costco.
did you?
Well, I didn't get the same one as you. There was like two different
That would
types.
have been awkward if we had the same one.
But like, yeah, no, I thought this is what you wanted. You wanted like a reusable flask that you could
Yeah.
take.
You're not gonna
from
piss
the
in
water
that, though.
supply.
It's been very useful.
You wouldn't be pissing.
And I did do that. Thank you. So yeah, it worked out better in the end.
Doesn't have any plastics in it either. It's well, apart from it, I suppose. But it's the body of it is metal, which means that you won't increase
It's not
your
soaking
microplastics.
in plastic all the time.
Yeah,
yes.
ideally, your water isn't wrapped in a sort of oil-based polymer casing.
I think we should embrace our plastic future.
Oh, it'll be easier,
It's
wouldn't
too
it?
late. I mean,
You'd
we're
love
already,
that, wouldn't you?
We're already
Nothing
doing
you'd
that.
have to worry about. No,
I think we
No,
should
you don't get that.
embrace that we are all going to become
Eagle.
plastic.
We're not going to become anything.
We're going to become plastic.
Yeah, we already are. Can
Yeah.
you tick A3, Alex? Thank you.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Wait, untick or retick?
Untick.
I didn't have a tick for the last thing.
Weird. Well, there you go. Don't know what then. Yeah.
Why did you say A3 then?
Because you get there's echo on your.
My echo
POV.
remains.
Bizarre.
I don't know why.
Oh, this goalie! He's so good. He's good now, apparently. Smith, you're sorted.
Freaky.
This is no longer
Just a cheeky
edited
bogey.
on the fly. It's gonna have to be edited.
Why's that?
Oh, just to cut this bit out.
Why? I think people will enjoy
Oh,
this.
okay. It's in.
I think we should
It's
stay in.
Cool.
Keep it in.
Sweet.
But the following topic will stay out. And
This
that's
will
because
really,
cover some real ground
really put them.
on global issues that everyone wants to hear about.
It's really going to put the mouse amongst the chickens.
Yeah, I've not heard that saying. I don't know why. Is that a new saying?
What?
Mouse
putting
among
Mouse amongst the chickens.
yeah, putting a mouse amongst.
fox amongst the chickens. Is that?
Yeah, fox
No,
amongst
yeah,
the
but
chickens.
have you ever seen the chicken around mice though?
No, I haven't.
No.
What's the situation with?
I remember an
that?
elephant being afraid of mice, but not chickens.
I'm
Or a-
echoing again. Apparently,
Well, I don't
we
know
don't
what to
know
tell
why.
you. Don't know what to tell you.
I'll just stay quiet.
Yes, I'm seeing the messages. Don't worry, everybody. So I'm just not going to go to his perspective. You can talk all you want, Smith.
Okay. Wow. Is it
No, you talk about
A3
the
on
mouse.
comms or on my mic? There you go.
On your mic.
I've unchecked it on my mic now as well.
Just tell me
That's
about the
what
mouse
you-
and the chicken.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Yeah. The mouse. I put the mouse among the chickens.
And what happened?
The
to
mouse
them?
tries to arrange the chickens into sort of a parliament,
size order.
a parliament, if you will.
Right.
And for some reason, the chickens are incredibly sort of conducive to sort of mouse-based structure. I just first discovered it as a child. When I was 8 years old, I spent a weekend on a sort of learning farm. And
a learning farm.
you know, like when you go and get taught like basic skills, like how to raise mice that are good leaders.
It's not a real farm. It's a learning.
Oh yeah,
farm.
yeah. Oh,
So,
of course.
Quite
Oh,
a few
no,
of the
no,
mice
no.
that I raised were exceptional leaders, and
They
a
were
lot of the
blind
chicken,
or
the chicken farm. No. That is actually part of the sort of Catholic Church, if you will, of mice kind,
Right.
where the highest of the clergy, the three senior members of the Ratigan,
are consensually blinded.
are essentially blinded, and that's where you get
No,
the three
consensually.
blind. Consensually, yes. And I feel like you missed my joke of the Ratigan.
Sorry.
No,
Yeah,
yeah,
right.
I heard it. I
That was
acknowledged.
good.
Yeah, it was good.
And
Did you wanna laugh?
basically, they get blinded consensually to
Yeah.
allow them to only see truth and justice and nothing else.
They're not blinded by reality. They're blind. They're kept pure for godly vesselness. I don't know.
We're bringing deities into
Well,
this
there's
as
a new pope now. We've been through that
Yeah.
before, but there is a
What's
new
his
pope.
name?
Pope Paul the Pauliest. I don't know.
Is it Paul the
I
Pauliest?
don't think it matters.
Is that what he chose?
I think when your role is replaced so often, who gives a fuck anymore?
So often.
Pope is Pope. Wow.
He's not replaced.
Pope Francis has been
They're
around
always
for a
pretty
while.
friggin' old, aren't they?
Yeah,
They've
they're always
gotta
old.
be, otherwise,
They're
like,
old.
you know,
they're
hole
old
in one.
dudes.
Holy shit, he holding one.
How do they vote for it as a? I mean, I've not seen
Just watch Conclave.
conclave. That's
Watch
it. Is
Conclave.
it?
It's worth
And
watching.
Does it explain what the reasoning for voting for the is? Is it like,
Well,
he's
just
done
take
a
a
really
moment. Just take one moment to watch something other than a disaster movie, and
Can't keep watching
I'm afraid
Twister.
I can't do that.
Right.
I have to watch disaster
it
movies
doesn't
all the
prepare
time.
you.
I just haven't watched Conflict.
Learn
Conflate.
Learn some knots. Conflate, which is a film about. Initially, it starts with priests, but then it gets really confusing.
Very, very
It's an
conflated.
Italian restaurant drama called Conflate.
Jesus Christ.
Where a priest turns up
bastard!
to give
Sorry,
a blessing on a
that fucking gingerbread.
a child's 10th birthday is shook by a bouncy castle massacre that occurs after a priest
Conflate.
is sent.
Conflate. It's like
With flake.
Con Air.
Conflate is an
No, I haven't seen it,
illegal.
but my help me out with the idea of what they're voting for exactly. Why is one
Who's the
pope
most godly?
better than other popes?
How many
And-
sermons have you done?
Exactly. Yeah, is it a sermon? Is the amount of sermons?
I think it's
they've done?
they take all their stats, yeah, and a lot of the Pope's stat pad. Let's be honest,
Loads of them.
loads of them are stat padding. So it's often
Stab. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Is there a holiest hole?
Oh
that's what they.
no, they
You have
they
the
take
holiest
they're
hole.
celibate, aren't they?
Well, yeah. I'm not saying.
Wink,
No,
wink.
I don't mean by that. I just mean like, is there any?
How much have you
Are they
fucked? is what they ask.
Is anyone
is what they want
the
to know.
holiest? How do you become the holiest?
How do you become the holiest?
Yeah.
By doing loads of good godly work. Usually
Yeah,
they're people that have done lots or have position. They have people they're well liked. They haven't pissed off their other priests.
Yeah.
They haven't said anything too, controversial, whilst also appearing to be godly and living by the rights of Catholicism, I imagine.
Well, this one slagged off Trump on
that's
social media,
fine.
so I'm kind of,
You like that, do you?
Interesting that happened.
Yeah.
And it's also
I
just
didn't think a pope
the Catholic
would even use
Pope.
Twitter.
Who, the Pope?
Yeah.
I just wouldn't imagine any of them would use any kind of social media. I don't know why.
How many
Oh, the
people...
Vatican's
It
definitely
feels
using it.
unholy to be. I don't know why.
You feel the
I
church might
feel
shy away
unholy.
from using
just
tools of
going
power.
on Twitter, I feel unholy.
Well, they're tools of power, aren't they? Which is
Yeah,
exactly
right.
what the church wants. So if social media is
yeah.
kind of the best way to influence people into doing anything, of course they're going to be all over that shit. Just like all the Mormons are outside the Book
flock
of Mormon.
number.
Saw a couple of Mormon guys wandering up the hill the other day, walking
Yeah.
down Park Street. Of course, I was far too
Hope there's a
busy to
punchline.
actually say anything, but I did kind of get the feeling of like wanting to talk to them, and be like,
Why?
why? Like, if you spent enough time around people that don't believe this shit to realize how crazy what you believe is,
I think the answer would be no.
no. And I wanted to kind of hang out with them. I want to start a social where we try and break people out of
Pull them out
out of their religions.
Yeah, but I think people have tried to do that with Scientology for a long time.
Have they?
And the thing is that is it. Like these things kind of become. I don't know.
I think it needs to be a self journey, but you can provide them all the evidence you
Yeah.
want, but they have to come to that conclusion themselves, don't they?
Yeah, it's difficult. 'Cause obviously, people lose their families and shit over that.
It's a whole community.
That's how they do it. That's
Obviously,
how they keep
Scientology
you in.
documentaries
Like
go into
Mormonism
quite
is-
detail.
Making the price too high to leave.
Yeah, exactly. And a real threat if you do leave with
Real
Scientology.
insidious threat.
Yeah.
Should be fucking legal.
But it happens,
It does happen, doesn't it? People should be
It
able
does.
to choose the stupid things that they think, right?
Yeah.
Right? Like anti-vaxxers. Do you think they should be allowed to think things like that?
I don't think you should have any kind of say in health,
You-
governmental health. No.
Right.
But sometimes that you don't
If
have control over
It's
that.
likely if they're going to affect the lives of others.
Yeah, I think that's it, isn't it? Like, as long as they're not harming anyone. But like, some people, I guess, are.
In a way, you
Mentally.
could say the Pope could harm masses and amounts of people based on what they think and feel and say. And
Has
do.
a pope ever been so? I mean, they're normally kind of like what they just say.
Pope
kind
Francis has been the most
of holy
like,
things.
controversial pope in terms of
Yeah.
Catholic teachings and being a
Being
lot
gambler. Does he smoke?
more. No, he's just a lot more open to
Yeah.
LGBT
Yeah.
things, gay rights, and whereas before that would have been poo-pooed by another pope. So
Yeah, he seemed alright, didn't he?
he was alright for a pope.
For a pope. Could
But
do a
then
lot worse.
Still a pope. So I'll be interested to see what this American pope does.
I just couldn't give less of a shit what he does.
Okay.
But he does have 1.5 billion people listening to him.
That's a lot of people.
So it is quite relevant. It's almost like, it's a reason all these fucking world leaders go there, because it is a state unto itself that's quite fucking powerful. And they've got a load of fucking zealots listening to them. And everyone loves a zealot for getting things done, because they don't think too fucking hard. They don't go, oh shit, maybe I should question some of the elements of what's going on here. They're just like all in. And they're like, we need you to go and invade Jerusalem. And they're like, fuck yes, let's go.
hell.
It's 2025. We hear it could be a bit of a contentious issue. Let's send the 1.5 billion Catholics to sort
lot of
shit
people.
out. You know
A lot
what
of
they
people
did?
to rally together at once. I don't think that's possible.
Oh, they'll all come together. They'll tip a continent over, wouldn't they? They'd sort of slide off the side.
Let's get them to all at least just before you do any of that
Everyone jump.
crazy
Yeah.
shit. Just get them to jump at once. Yeah.
Everyone jump at once.
Do the big jump.
You gotta be careful though with
Everyone
like
just hop on the spot.
sound doesn't
Whoa,
travel
I
very
felt that.
quickly, so you have to kind of offset that.
Yeah.
Or even in like a stadium of like Wembley, people at the back won't hear it for as quick
Ages.
as people at the front. So
I don't know what the method is here.
You could fill Wembley with Catholics, can you?
not Methodist, Ross.
Yeah, you've completely. That's quite good. That's good. That is quite funny.
Do you think the laugh was
Eagle.
Did it match the content?
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
No, it's too much. It was too much. All right.
Well, you have had a few people, one person actually, bashing our bashing of
Religion.
Christianity, actually, not just religion, specifically Christianity.
No,
Yeah.
they're not bashing. Well, no, they're annoyed.
bashing our bashing,
they're
right?
annoyed. I think they're doing it on your content. as well. I don't know who
They're
has the time
concerned
to do it,
that
but
a anti-Christian rhetoric is creeping into our YouTube content.
I'd say it's been there for a good 13 years.
Has it?
Yeah.
but that's because we're atheists. We don't give a shit. And also, we grew up in like Church of England schools where it was force fed to us.
And we pulled away
just
from
fuck
it.
that idea in general of forcing anyone
As
of
a
a young age
child.
to have to go through any kind of religious process. It's bollocks.
Also, it's nuts. It's crazy, people. It's 2025. We know so much.
Their point,
To believe in a religion written 2,000 years ago is fucking stupid.
But their point is that we're slagging that off and no other religion.
Oh yeah, well,
Whereas
it's a
I
lot
think
harder to slag off the other religions when you're not from a Christian. When you're from a Christian nation,
I think it's because we know a bit
easy
more
to
about
slag it
that.
off.
We do,
Yeah.
you know, Christmas and all that other shit, and we had to fucking sing the songs, man.
I do the prayer every fucking day.
the Lord's Prayer.
Yeah.
Do you get your daily
I'm not
bread,
a fan
Tron?
of any religion, to be honest. I don't think any religion.
I did
is
get a bit
really-
of bread. And did we have some
me.
wine, but underage?
Organized religions create a net positive, and they fill gaps in communities that should be filled with just community and not use religion as an excuse.
Oh fuck that guy! Sorry, this goddamn goalie is a dickhead. Yeah, I just think obviously there are positives in terms of kind of people,
Community.
Community, and obviously it's nice to have something to believe in, I suppose. But
This is why we
But,
make
is
but
also a lot of-
religions target that need for community and purpose in people, just like an influencer does, just like a negative influencer does, just like incel community works. Just like all the same fucking process. You find people looking for something, and then you stick them in your club. You don't go, oh, let's just all get together and support each other. You go, let's all get together and support each other, and you have to believe this, and I'm the vicar or I'm the leader. It's fucking bullshit.
Well, it's because it plays on all the fears that you have, and it provides answers for all those fears, like death.
Yeah, buckle up, buckaroo. Get in with all of us. We're all fucking scared of death. Or maybe not. Some of us are wishing for it. Or wishing it for
I think
others.
it depends. Obviously, I think there's some people who are horrified about the idea of then being nothing afterwards. But then there's kind of like
Nothing was before.
I just feel like I don't know. Maybe it is a belief system to think that when you die, it's basically the same as when you're fucking asleep. You didn't know you were asleep.
That's the most
You didn't know what it was like
plausible.
before you were dead.
Yeah, well,
alive,
you can
sorry.
only go based off evidence like that, right? And
But I know it's depressing as shit to think that, which I guess it is. But it also just feels like, well, I don't know. I guess logical based on everything we know so far.
you got to take a positive from it, and that is that you have this window of time to make the most of it.
Enjoy it. Don't spend your
Not
entire
worry
time
about the after of it.
desperately finding clips of pointless things from YouTube. If we say stuff that upsets you or offends you in some way, then I don't think we're for you. I don't think that's important to kind of say, because you shouldn't just stick with something and just kind of then hope that they'll change for you.
Part of
And
yes,
that applies to many
true.
things, like your relationships as well with people. Like, just fucking move on and
Don't
do
get
your own
stuck.
thing. Because there must be better things you can do with your time rather than
There's a
scouring content to find tiny
yes.
clips where we've maybe mentioned Christianity or something. It's like, come on.
There is also the element
It
of
just backs up our fucking point, doesn't it?
negativity is addictive as well.
Yeah, of course it
Like
is, yeah.
you can get self-indulgent with the idea of constantly wanting to,
Twitter thrives off it.
to literally thrive off of negativity, and that's where you got a nice eagle.
I'm about to make the 3 people that bet on me in today's video
Very
incredibly
happy.
wealthy.
Oh man, you're doing well in this one.
Incredibly
Tross
wealthy.
lost
Birdie.
this game type has messed things up.
It's too
for
icy
Tross.
on the floor.
Winning streak.
So people saying they think they can change us.
Follow us. We
I can
change
fix
you.
them.
We can fix you.
You can't. We're too deep in our own echo chamber.
Ross.
You really just.
That was an extra shot. And I think, I mean, ultimately with religion, I think as long as, you're not hurting anyone, believe in what you want to believe. But like, I don't know, I do find it just, a bit
I have no
annoying
problem
that it is.
with, I have no
annoying
problem with
what it's done
faith
to
or
the world.
spirituality.
I feel like what it's done to the world is not, I don't know.
Organized religion has done that to the world. Organized religion has done that. That's why every single time I say this, it's always organized religion I have the problem with. I don't have a problem with faith, with spirituality, with about imagining what comes, in the middle of the night. Oh, what does? None of that I have an issue with. I have an issue with organized religions that
Prey upon the weak.
not even that they pray upon it, it's just what are you believing in? Like, it's literally stuff written by people that knew 2,000 years less about the universe than you do. Why the fuck are you listening to
it
that?
depends, because there are some Christians who obviously don't necessarily believe all those stories and stuff, but they kind of have the faith towards there being, a god or
Yeah, but you're saying Christian though, so you're specific.
But then it's when people say that they do think there was a man who turned water to wine and walked on water and all this other stuff,
Right.
and that's again, like you say, written thousands of years ago. It was probably translated a million different times, written by people who have a very different education system back then.
Yeah, and a vested interest.
I mean, there's science that changes over several years and is rewritten, and then kind of new understandings, and they're changed, rather than just sticking with one thing that was written so long ago and then just saying that's it.
Or we go by the best, most plausible theories every time until they're disproven.
I don't know. I think it's one of those things where you look at it and you think, God, like...
Don't say God.
Yeah, you're right. I don't know. I feel like I'm just glad I didn't spend my time sitting in churches every Sunday or doing all that stuff, because like we did that at school. Well, we had to do some of it at school, and that put me off.
Yeah.
There's probably a better approach to it if they really wanted you to be a Christian.
Yeah.
It just felt like, here you go, force feed this shit. Once you're out, I'm fucking gone. I'm glad I'm out.
It's quite depressing, at least in the area where I grew up. I don't want to speak for the entire UK, but it's intimidating and scary. Being in a church, like it smells old. It just reminds you of death all the time.
I just find it tedious as fuck. But I mean, but obviously you're a child. You're like a kid. You're like, I don't want to be here. Like, fucking Time Splitters. I'm gonna go play Time Splitters and have a good time with my friends. I think that probably came out still quite later. But like,
and Time Splitters.
I hate fucking assemblies about that shit, hymns, all that stuff. It's just. Anyone who enjoyed that, like, good for you, but like, fuck me. I could not wait to not do that shit.
There it is. The Alex Smith win.
Fucking hell, that was good. I did really bad that.
God is on my side.
God is clearly
May
on
God
my side.
help us.
Somebody agrees with me, and it is the leaderboard on this episode of Golf with Your Friends.
And if we've offended you,
sorry.
go somewhere else. This isn't for you.
It's
I
okay.
suppose.
There's another echo chamber out there for you. Thank you for watching. See you in the next one. Goodbye. Stay frosty.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.